shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O. Welcome to the Carnival Kitchen. Welcome back to part 2 hors d'oeuvre bites. Now I have decided to split this up because there is so much I'm going to show you, teach you, and walk you through. No more fear in the kitchen. We've got hors d'oeuvres going on. I'm not suggesting you have to make all of these, but I'm showing a great variety, and I'm going to walk you softly through so that you have no hesitation when it comes to your entertaining, right? You know what you can handle in the kitchen, and you know how to do it. And we're going to start right here. So welcome back to Katie O's Food Carnival. And once again, I'm Katie O'Reilly. Part 2, hors d'oeuvre. Bites and bites and bites. This is more of our warm stuff with a lot more cooking technique. The first part, episode 1, had a lot more cold and room temperature. Now we're almost all entirely warm. Generally, when you're planning a menu, I suggest half warm, half cold. So you can free yourself up, do the cold in advance, and do the warm a la minute. I'm going to show you some techniques to do some of the prep work in advance so you're still a guest at your own party, and that is huge to us. We want to be feeling good, feeling free, having fun with our friends. All right, the 2 items that I'm going to start with one of the things I recommend, and I'm not going to show you too much on cooking this. This is more of a plate up technique, a soup shooter. I'm showing a white bean and garlic soup with a little red pepper, pureed and then not pureed. And the technique I'm showing you right now, I'm going to suggest, is you take a beautiful breadstick, you slice it long ways, make a little bit of a crostini in your oven, and for an accoutrement, long and short, the trick to this is put it in a shot glass. I like a plastic 2-ounce shot glass. Now, I have also garnished my soup with a little rosemary olive oil. Just heat your rosemary in a pan with a little olive oil, let it reduce slightly, let it come down to room temperature, and just top it at the last minute. Beautiful. You don't even need a spoon. It's perfect. I didn't show you the recipe on that one because I think that everybody has their favorite soup that they're proud of. There's a situation where you want to show it. The technique on this one is the plate up. Serve it as a shooter with these little garnish. I love mac and cheese in a Parma Frico crisp cup. Make your favorite recipe of mac and cheese. And I am a judge at the Mac and Cheese Fest. I know there are millions and millions and millions of favorite mac and cheese recipes out there. So check out yours, make it up, but the trick is in the Parma Frico cup. Look at my kitchen hack on this one. You will not believe it. This is our Parma Frico crisp turned into a cup. I've just taken my wine bottle and put a little saran wrap on top, and see, it's kind of cooling. You just squeeze and let it cool right on there, making it that perfect cup. Let it rest. It's going to turn out just like this. Beautiful. And once we have our mac and cheese and our Frico crisp cups made, we just fill them up. And I garnish them so simply with just a little slice of scallion. Just a thin little garnish. That's all you need. This passes easily, and these cups are the trick. They hold your mac and cheese. They add texture and crisp. It holds together so well, and it adds a sharpness because it's all made of Parmesan. It's incredible. Other favorites. I am doing a chicken saltimbocca roulade with a sage bechamel. It is incredible. One plate I'm showing you has the sauce already done. One plate, it's on the side for dipping. Okay, The next item, the saltimbocca roulade, has a bechamel sauce. It's a sage cream that's just delightful. I want to start with our roulade. Saltimbocca is a fan favorite, truly, with its gorgeous prosciutto, and it's stuffed with either a Gruyere or an Emmentaler, or maybe even a Swiss, depending on what you have. So basically, it's your beautiful ham and your Swiss-style cheese inside a chicken breast, all rolled up. So instead of showing you another pounding technique, we've already pounded out our chicken, we've stuffed it with our ham and cheese, we've rolled it, and we've baked it off in a 400-degree oven for about 7 to 10 minutes because it is chicken. We want to make sure it's cooked all the way through. Now, this can be served very warm, so it's a little bit melty, but it doesn't have to be super hot. So warm versus hot, because you're going to have to cut it for your party. The roulade is here. Take a knife. What I love to recommend is a straight, sometimes we cut on the bias. On this one, I say let's cut right across because of the inside filling. Remove, don't serve the end pieces. Those are perfect for your tasting portion. So you can have a little nibble in the kitchen. What we want to do is make them about little over a ½ inch apart because that's all that people can eat. They become like pinwheels. And you'll see right here how gorgeous that is. And it's so easy to just skewer it. And then I'm going to show you how to make your bechamel sauce that is going to wow everybody. I'm bringing it to the stove. This is so fun. We're making a bechamel sauce. And so many people think it's so intimidating, so I'm going to walk you through it gently. You're going to watch my techniques, okay? A couple kitchen magic techniques. You'll see how easy it is. We're going to start with our pan. We're heating it up. We're going to take butter and make a roux. So we're going to start with this butter and our flour. What we're trying to accomplish with the roux is basically we want to toast up our flour and our butter mixture together. So you're going to be stirring pretty aggressively. I've got it on a medium-high heat, so it is melting and it's formulating. And once that butter melts, I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit before I add my cream. But I want you to watch this because this is the part that we need to see. We're toasting up all that flour. And this is going to be the base of our bechamel, which is going to actually thicken it. And this is used to make any sauce thicker. But don't try and just add flour after because it won't work. It'll just clump up on you. Okay, as we stir in that cream, just keep stirring. I've lowered and reduced my heat. This is great. It's going to start creaming out for us. Eventually, we are going to keep adding cream and kitchen magic technique. We're going to have this beautiful sauce here. And see how gorgeous that is. My heat's still a little high, so I'm going to take it off slightly. Now, for this particular dish, what I want to do, I'm going to set this one over here and bring this one down to about 4 on my stove. Maybe even a little bit lower, 3.5. Now, I have sauteed up. This is so fun. Celery and onion with some sage. So we always want to toast our sage. So I've julienned a little bit and I have some white pepper. So I've brought this over, heated it and sauteed it in a little oil. And for this particular dish, I am going to flavor my bechamel with this beauty here. And then white pepper over black pepper because it won't add dark color. Has slightly different flavor, but everybody who's tasted it loves it. It's a great ingredient, Very earthy. Smells like the land. It really does. It's fun. Do you see that beautiful silky texture? See how easy that is? Poured over your chicken saltimbocca. Your guests are gonna love ya. You can see how easy some of these are to make. They're not that intimidating. A lot easier than you would have thought. Plate up. If you only have a few guests, plate it small. I'm showing a steak roulade. I am showing it stuffed with garlic spinach, topped with the most amazing rustic tomato sauce in a spoon. For a few guests, just set a few. These are a ceramic spoon, or we have a disposable spoon. Both work beautifully and keep your hands clean. All right, I'm showing you the steak roulade, and it's a little bit more aggressive cooking, but go there with me because so much of it can be done in advance, and if I break it down and simplify it, you're not gonna be intimidated. So let's start with this. How do we make a steak roulade? Take a nice tender piece of steak. You can either use a flank steak or a hanger steak, and what we do is it doesn't matter if it's not super thin because you wrap it in your saran wrap and you pound it just like that. And check this out. It should become nice and paper thin. Gorgeous. So once we're done with that, we're gonna lay out our piece. So easy. I am filling it with garlic spinach. This is fresh spinach cooked down with olive oil and garlic. Very easy to do in advance. You do it hours in advance. It doesn't even have to be hot. We're going to take some of this. We're going to stick it right inside that center. And because this side is a little bit more thin, we're just going to roll. Okay. Gorgeous. We don't even have to tie it. It's going to stay nice and neat like that. Okay. We're going to take it over. We're going to stick it in our oven. We're gonna cook it for it's gonna cook fast. So these can all be rolled in advance, right before your guests come over, right before you wanna serve them. Stick them in the oven. They take about 7 minutes on a 400-degree oven. They're gonna come out. They're gonna look just like this. You're gonna slice them. So easy, just like this. And I've pre-sliced because I wanna show you how easy this is. Now, what do we do from there? Don't just hand our guests a piece of steak, right? We take a spoon, either a ceramic Chinese spoon, or if you have a lot of guests coming over, they have some gorgeous, gorgeous disposable spoons. Both so easy. Just one piece goes right in there, and a garlicky rustic tomato sauce. Here's your best recipe that has a lot of flavor, not too runny. Thicken it if you can or reduce it a little bit. Just dollop. Put those on your tray, pass them to your guests. Voila! Yummy! So perfectly. I was inspired by this lamb on potato scallion pancake because in Ireland, lamb is everywhere. Young, tender spring lamb. And I just wanted to offer it, and it's usually served with a beautiful potato and some sort of creamy yogurt mint sauce. And it's amazing. So what I've done is I've built it into an hors d'oeuvre bite, a potato scallion pancake with lamb tenderloin, which is pistachio crusted with yogurt mint. One I'm showing topped with just pistachios for extra crunch. The other, I've added a spicy harissa for a real beautiful twist of spice for the friends who like that heat. Okay, I am excited to share this one with you because the lamb tenderloin on a potato scallion pancake with minted yogurt and harissa is a favorite of mine. And it was inspired because so many people love lamb chops. But when you're at a party, they can be a little cumbersome. You're stuck holding the bone, you're hanging out talking to somebody, maybe they're a vegetarian, what do? This is your answer. It is an amazing piece of the lamb that so many people are not really privileged to eat very often. It's the tenderloin. the gorgeous little strip of meat that has almost no fat and full of beautiful flavor. I roll mine in garlic and pistachios. This is the tenderloin here. Beautifully cooked in a 400-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on the level of cook you'd like, the desired level. I slice it. This has been cooled, so you can bring it down to room temperature, because this is once again going to be a room temperature item. I slice it into a nice bite-sized piece. So not too thick, not too thin. Now, once this has been sliced, I'm going to show you my secret. I want to show you my potato scallion pancake. This is potatoes with a little bit of egg, scallions just layered and then fluffed up in a pan. I'm showing you off the heat. This is now cooled down to room temperature, which is how we want it. We're gonna take our slicer, so just like a regular cookie cutter, round cookie cutter, and just push it through. It's that easy. I've made a few of them here, and I'm gonna build one or two of these with you so you can see what I'm doing. So you take your beautiful slices of lamb, and then I take Greek yogurt, and I usually use the full fat one because it's a little thicker, and I strain it through some cheesecloth, let the water run out of it, make it nice and beautifully thick. Then I take some fresh mint, julienne just whipped into that, so, and a little bit of cucumber. And I like a touch of garlic because it adds a little flavor, and it's a little bit highlighting the garlic in the lamb, and that pistachio crust is beautiful. So this is how we build. Then, if your guests like a little kick, harissa is an amazing ingredient. Now there's different types of harissa. What is harissa? Usually it starts with a smoked chili pepper. Then we add olive oil, garlic. You can buy it pre-mixed, so don't worry about it. But then there's some dried spices in there. Cumin, coriander, caraway even. Then in certain countries, they mix in a little tomato paste and sometimes even a little rose petal. So watch for a fun recipe, make your own. Now those smoked chili peppers are where the heat's coming from, so you decide how much or how little your guests might like. And that's our lamb on potato scallion pancake with a pistachio crust, minted Greek yogurt, and harissa. Absolutely fabulous. Holds together beautifully at a party and still captures everything you want in a lamb bite. Potato bliss is fun, fun, fun. I'm showing you how to do it, and we've got our potato bliss with our meatloaf, so beautifully presented, and our pot roast topped with chili sauce. There are so many possibilities. You let your mind do the creating on that one. Anything goes into those potatoes. The potatoes, you're learning, are easier than you thought. Potatoes are an amazing vehicle for some of your favorite flavors, and they're homey and they're comfortable, and I'm about to show you two ways, but there's many, many more. So I'm going to show you the technique behind the potato bliss. So let's get going on some more fun cooking. We're going to start with either a little red potato or a purple potato or whatever kind of fun potato you have. You're going to cut off the end, and you're going to take your melon baller. This is a raw potato. Cut it in half and scoop it out. Okay? Once we've done this, still raw, we're going to stick it in a bath of cold water to soak so they don't turn brown. We can do those an entire day in advance. Think about it. Get your work done early. This is a great one. Then you have all of your potatoes done. Day of, you want to bring your potatoes over to your fryer, just like this, and stick them in your deep fryer. If you don't have a deep fryer, you can definitely put a large amount of hot oil in a pan on your stovetop. Okay, but make sure your oil's getting hot enough and it doesn't splash, so control your heat. Best if you have a kitchen fryer. Drop them in. When they come out, I love to rest them, because they do need to rest, upside down. The oil is actually going to run out of the potatoes, and if anything, it just stays on that edge and gives it a glistening glow, which is really inviting for the hors d'oeuvres we're about to make. Okay, fried, room temperature, already rested potatoes. What are we going to do? We are going to fill them with two of my absolute favorites. Let me show you. I have an amazing meatloaf, and I'm going to strongly suggest you choose your favorite recipe, because so many people, everybody has their recipe. If you don't, go find one that you like or email me. I'm happy to give you mine. But you want a nice hearty meatloaf. The other is a beautiful pot roast, stewed down with onions and carrots and fresh herbs and just ground and shredded. I want to show you with my fingers so you can see how shredded. So beautiful, beautiful on that meat. And let's get started with our building. Okay, let's start with our meatloaf. Oh, the juices are here. It's lacquered in ketchup, and you don't need a thin slice. What you need to do is be able to get pieces that are bite-sized. You can even crisp these up in the oven if they're not crispy enough for you. However, we're going to take one of our potatoes. We're going to fill the base. That is just my favorite little ketchup, because I love ketchup with my meatloaf. I'm going to fill the body of the potato with meatloaf and garnish it with gorgeous heirloom carrots that have been slightly steamed and sliced thin. How beautiful! Potato bliss number one. It is delicious. It's meatloaf, potato, ketchup, carrots, all in one gorgeous bite. Now, potato bliss type 2. Let's move over. And this time, we're just taking this gorgeous, I'm actually going to switch these so you can see me build. We're going to take this gorgeous pot roast. We're going to put it right into our potato. And because it looks kind of dark and brown, and we don't like too much brown food around here, what I want to do is top it with what some of you may be familiar with, but it's called a chili sauce. And what it actually is it's not chilies at all. It's tomatoes pureed down. You can, if you're making your own, you can use a little tomato paste. It's got a little sugar. It's got some green peppers that have been greatly reduced and very finely chopped, some onion, and then just some, like, a little bit of garlic salt, and it reduces down. Little hint of vinegar in there to bring up a little zest, and that is a pot roast potato bliss. Now, I'm going to share with you some other ideas that I'm not going to build with you, but you could do a little Reuben in a potato bliss. You can do vegetarian anything. You can stuff it with mushrooms. You can do all kinds of fun things. Spinach, sausage, pizza ingredients, anything goes into a potato. But these are beautiful bite sizes to give your guests at a party. This is so much fun. We have done so much cooking today that I'm going to keep our sweets nice and simple. We'll be right back for a touch of sugar, but I'm telling you, after you have such crazy hors d'oeuvres, you don't need to put much technique into the sweets. Be right back. Hi, KDO. Welcome to the Carnival Kitchen. This is our sweets. Keeping it simple. That's what we're going to do, because how often do you walk by a box of gourmet-looking chocolates that are tempting you in a store and you're like, I really want to buy those, but I don't want to eat the whole thing? Well, entertaining is the perfect time to buy it and put it out on a platter. So I'm going to show you some things that I found that I think are dynamite that I've been dying to take a bite of. But once again, I didn't want to eat the whole box by myself in front of my TV. So here I am, eating it with you. Let's take a look at some of these fun things. And this is just to like open your mind. There's so much out there, so anything that appeals to you. But I've got dark chocolate covered cherries. I've got white chocolate bark with macadamia nuts. Amazing, straight from Hawaii, Mauna Loa. And then salted caramels, because they're delightful and the people who love them really love them. So a little combination. Then I found these amazing like turtles, which are pecan, caramel, chocolate. And look at this. This is not a potato chip, although it looks like it. It's a dark chocolate bark crisp. And this is where we transfer over, because homemade wise, I have piped in, I can't resist, 3 different flavors of mousse. I call it the Neapolitan because it looks like Neapolitan ice cream, and it's chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, just like this. But this is a little mousse cup. You can do them in advance, set them in your fridge. So if you know how to make mousse, 3 different flavors, wow your guests with this one. You can use this as your spoon. Look at that. Mmm. Fabulous. Mmm. And if you don't want to do that, just get yourself a little demi-tasse so you can get to the bottom of that. Mmm. Creamy, smooth, and there's a childhood favorite Neapolitan memory that is evoked in each of us, I think. And this really brings it out and makes you feel like a kid again. So desserts that do that, I don't know, they're just fun. Lemon bars are another one where I'm going to say if you have an amazing family recipe or you've worked something up in your own, a nice tart, kind of beautiful, simple lemon bar. Keep it simple. But there is something very palate cleansing about a lemon bar. People have a tendency, if they don't love chocolate, to love this. I've simply just topped it with a little whipped cream. That's it. Keep it simple. Brownies. Bake your favorite recipe. Cut them into a different shape. That's the fun part. Just like I showed you with the potato scallion pancake with the little cutout, do it with your brownies. It doesn't have to be round. It can be a square. It can be a rectangle. It can be a star. It can be anything that's fun to you, a heart for Valentine's Day. But just keeping it simple, a nice fudgy brownie. There's always a taker on these. Yum. Okay. Then I decided to get super kitschy, and this is where I did get creative. And you can buy them if you want to, but I decided to venture out there and try and make them. This is a candy, and it's to emulate a green mint melt away. So it's chocolate and green icing. Now the green icing is made with a little cream de mint liqueur. So this is dark chocolate with a little cream de mint liqueur in it. And it's got that little bit of a boozy feel. They're soft and smooth, but extremely rich. That's as decadent as any piece of cake. But for your adult friends who are maybe craving that after dinner cordial, that's your ticket right there. This has been so much fun, and feel free, if there's anything you missed in either of the 2 episodes, to email me at katie@ktofoodcarnival.com. I'll get right back with you. I'll guide you through anything you need. All my menus are up on my website at ktofoodcarnival.com, so they're printed for you. I'm going to put up like sporadic recipes on certain things that we've covered here, and we're good to go. This has been so much fun. Thanks for cooking the hors d'oeuvre bites with me, and I'll see you next time at the Carnival Kitchen.